Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Kusog7ande, the bad video game tournament. I'm behind the times. I didn't have time to get crappy to go somewhere else, so whatever, take us past Commodore 64 stuff again. Oh my gosh, there it is, whoa! I'm still curious about Granny's teeth. Thank you, by the way, for the subscriptions from some Egrets, Kepka, Reverend Gumby. You are all pretty awesome. Who could the next be? GMB? I almost said BM, and I'm like, ugh. That's not what I meant. If I sound like I was just running around, I ran to get myself my own morning beverage. Yuge, thank you for the 5 subs. Oh my gosh, look at all the butts on screen. That's a lot of butts. Maybe I can just stealthily reveal who the GM is. Oh, who could this be? Oh, geez, yeah. Oh, no, it's coming. It's getting clear. There it is. It's me. Whoa. So many butts. You know what? That's the only appropriate way to show up and get a game gifted out. You did really good on the last match. Seriously, great job. Everybody did good. It's just, it was high competition. Also, I wonder if a GM is going to come and join me to do commentary. But yeah, everybody, I decided to go with Kuso Classic. I don't want to do any build-up. I just want butts, okay? And trust me, we've got butts in the form of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for NES. So, the players will have 1 hour to try to make as much progress as they can in this game. Whoever does takes the victory. This is absolutely a Kuso classic. I believe, did we use this as the final for Kuso 1? We used something that's very similar to this, I think. But yeah, this is one that, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that none of the players had played. They had seen it, but that's it. I love Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, though. Here's the deal. While it is a Kuso classic, I do not consider it to be the worst game ever. It's got problems, okay? You'll see what problems it has. Don't worry about it. If you've never played it, you have probably at least seen a couple reviews of the game. And if you haven't, then where have you been the last 15 years or so? Come on, everybody on YouTube has complained about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde at one point. At the same time, this is a game that I feel like actually had a lot of potential. If they would have made it right, then it honestly could have been a really fun game. And I feel like with a few small changes to the game, it would actually be a lot of fun. As it is, though, this is in Kusog7ande for a reason. The players are going to try to make as much progress as they can over the course of the hour. Whoever does takes first place, and the rest will not get first place. They'll take second, third, and fourth. We are going to have some people eliminated. I do not know exactly who will be eliminated. Duh. How would I know who's going to be eliminated? We haven't even done the match yet. Come on, people. Keep up, huh? Keep up. I don't know how many people are going to be eliminated because I am busy trying to get this set up. If there is a GM who is watching and just wants to come and chat during the match, though, you are welcome to do so. I would love to have a co-commentator. Okay? Instead of just listening to this absolute bop Tintin in Tibet. Get out of here, hotel music, okay? You're great and all. But let's go ahead and hear our main feature. I know this one. Oh no. Heck yeah! It's time! It is time, my friends, for Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Do you want to be a Hyde? Do you want to be a Jekyll? Honestly, like, Jekyll is kind of scary sounding. I'm sorry, I just love this music. It is classic. Right now, I'm checking with the players to see if they are ready to get started, and then I can give you a little bit more information about what's happening here. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is a game that actually can be beaten relatively quickly if you know what you are doing, and if you don't, then you are in for a world of hurt. Don't worry. People did get the manual. How much did they actually read? Well, we might find out fairly soon. Yay! All of the players are ready. So, honestly, in Kusog tradition, we have people spam their emotes. So anything that is, you know what, get your worst/best emotes, okay? The emotes that you love to share, that people are like, what the crap are you even doing? And share those, because we're doing the countdown right now, okay? Spam your weird emotes, maybe your angriest emotes. Yeah, angry emotes. Me, my face is not weird. Oh no, sad Molin. I like Bao. Bao's a good guy. As soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will start our timer. Yeah. And there we go, off to a very quick start. Oh, wait, no, nothing in this game is quick. This is Jekyll and Hyde for the NES, everybody. This is a game that many people know of because of the angry video game nerds' absolute hatred of it. I honestly think that he overhypes how bad the game is, but at the same time, we already have people turning into Mr. Hyde. Not a huge surprise. A big thing that you'll notice is that at the top you have a life meter as well as a second meter. We've got a lot of flashing lights. Do not be oh, come on. There's a flashing warning earlier. There will be more flashing. Okay, be aware of that. Flashing. Today's flashing day. I hope that you are excited. Jacqueline, getting a game over, less than a minute in. Dalmatia as well. We have two people with game overs. Lupine 1 is probably going to get one fairly soon. And Striator making the first decent push here. Oh, flashing over there for the Lupine 1. That is a game over. Every time somebody game overs as Hyde, there will be a lot of flashing. Okay? That is my warning for y'all. That's the way that I approach this game, okay? You gotta just take it all. So the biggest thing right now is that the life meter, while you are Jekyll, really doesn't matter too much. The meter below it, though, is your sanity meter, because when it fills up, you will turn into Hyde. And as Hyde, you start the level right where you started it as Jekyll. And the goal here is to... oh no, Lupine 1 just got hit by the bomb. Oh, when the meter at the bottom gets emptied, I guess that's when you turn into Hyde. My Jacqueline here. When you do, you go to the beginning of the level, except it's scrolling in the opposite direction here. And you have to manage to get all of your sanity back before you reach the place that you were as Jekyll. If you reach that, lightning strikes you, you're dead, game over, you're done. Hello there, Cosmic the Dolphin.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, have you played Jekyll and Hyde?
No, I have not. I've seen it, and I never wanted to play it, but I do enjoy watching other people suffer through it.
I've beaten this game. I actually don't think it's as bad as people say. Mind you, there have been some legendary speedrunners who decide to run this. I believe Andrew G went and decided to do some really big attempts of this game and did a very good job. Yeah, Radama Ford in chat is saying if you know how to play this game, it ain't terrible. I'd sort of agree. However, people are asking, do the players know the mechanics here? I gave them the manual. I gave them the game. I gave them literally nothing else. So they're going to have to deal with that. So yeah, the two ways that you can get game over is to either run out of life, which you take a lot of damage while you are Hyde. You can also take damage from bombs while you're Jekyll, and some other things will hurt you. But you can also, the other game over is if you are playing as Hyde and you get to the spot where you were Jekyll, then lightning strikes, you die, game over. Basically, you want to get out of the Hyde sections as quickly as possible so you do not catch up to your Jekyll self.
Which...
yeah.
Well, I mean, the amount of game overs that I've already seen, just... It's going to be one of those rounds, isn't it?
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the cats on Jacqueline's screen. Get excited, everybody. By the way, everything here will hurt you, and the only attack that you have as Dr. Jekyll is with your cane. What is that useful against? Bees, and that's it. You can poke a bee with your cane, and that will kill it if you hit it like in the exact right spot. Other than that, your cane's pretty much the worst thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm just always impressed with the jerk birds that are in this game. There's
the pooping birds.
There's just something about bad games giving jerk birds.
There's the cat. I heard a cat. Oh, I hope the cat comes back the very next day. Oh, the dogs make good barking sounds as well. Yeah, the birds are really annoying. The poop is very hard to dodge. Okay, Jackal... Oh, there's the cat. Watch out. Okay. Unfortunately, getting hit by the cat. That's fine. Okay. The manual. People are wondering how much the manual actually tells you about the game. Okay, so it says the life meter shows the level of the life power of Dr. Jekyll in Jekyll mode and of Mr. Hyde in Hyde mode. Every time each character is attacked by an enemy, his life power is decreased. In Jekyll mode, a character appears who supports the good Dr. Jekyll by increasing his life power. I don't know who that is. Lupine 1 getting a game over right there. Be careful when the life meter reads 0. It indicates the end of Jekyll and Hyde's life power and the game is over. There's also the stress meter at the bottom. You want it to be filled because you want it to be filled to the J so that you can keep playing. If it empties down to H, you turn into Mr. Hyde, which is only a time waste unless you are trying to get the good ending in this game, which... Yeah, there are multiple endings.
It depends on who gets to the church first, correct?
You have to get both of them, I think, onto the final screen of the game. Which means that you actually have to swap between Jekyll and Hyde, so that both of them make progress through the levels. It's rough. Somebody in chat says Famitsu only gave this 19 out of 40, 5 points better than Death Crimson. Death Crimson's a game that we had yesterday, which was the lowest reviewed game by Famitsu. So, yeah, this is not a whole lot better than the worst game ever. But yeah, stress meter is dumb. You can't, like... As you get hit by stuff, like if a gravedigger throws dirt at you, you might get more stressed and end up turning into Hyde. As Hyde, the more things that you kill, the better that you do. I don't think everybody knows how to play Hyde mode yet, though Jacqueline has figured it out pretty well. You have what's called the Psycho Wave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you know what a Psycho Wave is?
I know it's on the box cover.
In fact, there is a spot in the manual saying how to use Mr. Hyde's Psycho Wave. The Psycho Wave is Mr. Hyde's secret weapon against his enemies in the world of demons. The Psycho Wave flies through the air in a curved path. When the target is missed, it returns Mr. Hyde like a boomerang. You'll find that you can change the curve of your attacks by having Mr. Hyde move or jump when he fires it. That section doesn't say how to do it, but it does say that if you push the B button while in Hyde mode, you push it to make Hyde punch his enemies. But what? Push B and up on the control pad to use Psycho Wave in Hyde mode. So it's up and B to do the projectile, and just B to do a punch that you basically can't hit anything with. This game is definitely designed. There we go, Jacqueline back into Jekyll mode. Almeisha put in Discord, what is the hitbox on that bomb? My goodness, I take it back. What is the hitbox on anything? Yeah, to tell the truth, the hitboxes for everything, they're the worst.
Although the start screen it's
I love it. You got the weird hand.
And the game wears itself on its sleeve. You don't come in here expecting anything other than cheesy horror, and it delivers.
I'm not sure it delivers. I mean, here's the deal. The coolest part about Jekyll and Hyde is how powerful he becomes when he turns into Hyde. But in the game, the best way to actually make progress is to never be Mr. Hyde. Honestly, for this match, we do not care about which ending you get, the best or the worst. Go for the worst ending. Avoid Hyde as much as possible. Somebody in chat is saying they got pooped on and died. I think that was Lupine one who said that, and yeah, that tends to be the case.
Sounds like a personal problem to me.
Yeah, honestly though, I don't want people to do that to me. Don't poop on me. Keep your poop to yourself. Jacqueline, yeah, here's the deal. When you are on the first level, you can actually walk past a lot of the bombs without having to jump or do any adjustments. But later levels, you will start having to adjust your movement to compensate for the way that the bombs are coming down. Almeisha? What did you just do?
Oh no. Oh no.
Almeisha, this is not how the game's supposed to be. Has anybody seen this happen before? Because I haven't. I've seen a lot of Jekyll and Hyde, but I haven't seen this. I would assume... Okay, there we go. Almeisha's getting a game over. That's fine. Bam. Lightning to the face. One thing that you will note, by the way, is that there are coins that Hyde is collecting here. As you kill these demons, which may actually be humans in the real world, they drop coins. And if you get enough coins, you can bribe the singer to stop singing. That comes later, though, okay? Oh, Strider trying to go under the spider.
Bribing the singer to stop singing with a few coins. That just sounds like every bus ride in South America ever.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, like, I didn't have that really happen too much in Brazil. I only had a couple times where people showed up on a bus and asked for money. But most of the time they were pretty respectful about it. I never had people, like, terrorizing at us. Maybe inside the bus station, but not on the bus.
At least where I've been in Ecuador, so it's been a funny thing. You can generally tell what part of the country where they're from, depending on what instrument they bring up onto the bus and start singing with. Basically, if they come up with a boombox and try to rap that they're from one of the coastal areas, and if they come up with a guitar and try to sing, then probably from one of the mountainous areas of Ecuador, and it's the best way to get both of them, no matter which variation it is, to get off the bus is to just pay them a buck and say get out of here, and they'll leave. If you bring in a recorder, no, but what on earth is that little piano thing?
I'm watching Striator, though, by the way. Striator is not using the Psycho Wave. I don't think Striator knows how to use the Psycho Wave. This is an important thing. You read the materials that you are given. And yeah, this is going to be a huge setback. Striator has made a lot of progress in the game already, but oh, there we go! Psycho Wave time. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Somebody asked in chat if they bring up a flute onto the bus. What are they? Flutes, no. Kazoos, no. Melodicas, you are a school child, because in Ecuador, all school children get melodicas to learn how to play an instrument, and it is chaos whenever school ends each day, because every single day, at least in the town where I live, then 100 kids with melodicas start walking around town.
Okay. Well, yeah, the thing is, I don't think we've seen the singer on anyone's streams. We probably will see it as soon as people start making a decent amount of progress, but I don't really, this is actually a little bit hard to keep track of how players are doing. Chat, if you do notice that anybody has moved into the lead or is behind, please do. The main thing, if you are trying to track progress, do not care at all about where they are as Mr. Hyde. Only care about where they are as Dr. Jekyll. Yeah. The doctor with the cane, walking to the right. Do. Almacia getting a game over. Lightning strikes. That is it for Mr. Hyde. Yeah, Amazing Toaster is saying that Lupine did make it to screen 2. I know that Jacqueline and Striator have made it that far as well, though. Almacia appears to be the one who is lagging the most. I think a few of the players have made it to the third area in the game. But honestly, we're only 15 minutes in. They're learning how to play, Once you get about half an hour in, that's when you really need to think about how you are going to have your decent final push and conserve your health. This game has no timers, so taking a little extra time is fine. This game only has one life, so what you really want to do is worry more about taking your time in this race and not dying. And so learning how you can get game over, I think, is the number one most important thing in this game. And the biggest way to get game over is to turn into Mr. Hyde. Because, oh my gosh, you just, especially if you keep turning into Mr. Hyde, very early on. Striator has a fair... Oh, there's the singer. Jacqueline getting hit by the notes. Yeah, you can get past. It's okay, the notes are random. There you go. You paid her off. She is done singing and can no longer damage your sanity. Salfin, you're asking if those are cats that kind of go bonkers and run off the screen? Yes, they are. Those are the cats. Yeah, so one thing as well is, as you're watching this, you'll see that certain humans that run past actually don't do anything negative. Usually the guys, if they're wearing more purplish suits, they're going to be more likely to drop bombs, I think. But some of them just walk past you and don't really matter. Almacia seeing a bomb down at the bottom. Bombs actually have a very big explosive radius in this game. And as time goes on, it seems like the area of effect gets a little bit larger, making it very difficult to dodge. You have to keep walking and jump at just the right time to avoid getting hit by the bomb. Not only that, but even if the bomb is to your left, even if you've walked past it, it will knock you back to the left side of the screen. Bombs are very consistent in sending you left. Jacqueline doing a fairly good job of collecting some coins in this section. Currently, Hyde is in the graveyard here, which is the area before where Jacqueline made it to. The rough thing about Mr. Hyde, though, is that the longer you play as Mr. Hyde, the more dangerous enemies appear, and the more likely you'll run out of life before getting through this section. So really, you just need to hope that enough enemies show up that you can kill, so that your sanity meter gets filled back up, and Jacqueline's very close to turning back into Jekyll. So the whole story of the game, I believe that you're walking to your wedding, yes. You have to go through a lot of cemeteries to get to your wedding, though, let me tell you. Oh my
Well, I mean, that makes sense. More, if on any given day, I'm going to assume more people die than get married, so, you know, that's just the circle of life.
I mean, literally, you can only have at max one marriage per two people, but then again, you can get divorced and have another marriage, so... Or whatever. Like, whatever. You can have a lot of marriages per person. Jacqueline is trying to deal with the bee. Unfortunately, everything is just blocking her from making any progress. I love it. This guy's gonna drop a bomb, too. And the bomb still hit. This is an evil, evil section right here. Oh, yeah, that is death for Jacqueline. Jacqueline ran out of both life and sanity. Jacqueline's going to turn into Hyde and immediately die.
that was...
That is the ugliest hot dog I have ever seen.
I'm watching slightly behind.
Oh, am I not streaming on Discord? What the crap?
So I got to see the hot dog, and it was indeed very glorious.
Well, there you go. It's now on Discord, and it should be completely synced up. And you won't hear yourself, so you can listen to the audio there. Yeah.
Oh.
See you?
So I could suffer through the music, the sound effects, like everyone else.
Yeah, you don't have to have it muted anymore.
Well, I guess I could call myself a Brossentia fan now because I don't have stream muted.
Yeah. Everybody, you are... Yeah, if you mute the sound... If you don't like the way that the cats meow in this game, you're not a fan. If you have the audio muted, you can't hear me saying that you're not a fan, but you'll know it. Okay? I do occasionally see some people aren't watching, but they have only the audio up, and I feel bad for those people the most.
It's the world's most depressing podcast.
The most depressing podcast? I don't think so. I've listened to a lot more depressing podcasts.
To be fair, I listen to very few podcasts, so...
So, my big question is, has anybody else made it to the singer? I've only seen it on Jacqueline's screen, and I'm not sure about the others at this point. I don't think so.
I haven't seen anything that resembles a singer anywhere else.
Oh, the bird, not the boob. I was going to say the bird pooped, and then I said the boob.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, welcome to the stream. The bird pooped on them. This is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. By the way, 3 out of 4 of the players here, I believe, are going to be eliminated. Yep. Only one person will be moving on. Usually the GMs try to give out something a little bit nicer to the people who, you know, have lower scores. But then there's me, who gives out Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the legendary bad game. everybody needs to play this game at one point, you know?
To be fair, whenever I've known that I've had people that were going to be eliminated, I specifically went out of my way to give them genres that rarely appear in Kuso, so...
I mean, yeah, but, like, especially lately, I've been a big fan of going... Well, I mean, I think the last few tournaments, I've usually wanted to give out some of the classics. I do have a few games up my sleeve that have never been on Kusog7ande before, but just like, there's so many bad games that are legendary that people still have not played, and I'm gonna make you play them, okay? If I get the chance to get you to play Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, you're going to play it. So, if you don't want to play it in Kuso, now's the time to go and play it, everybody. Honestly, I think this is a fairly good game to just try out at some time in order to see, like, especially if you don't know all of the rules going into the game, figure out some of the BS here. Because there's a lot of BS in this game. Like, look at Jacqueline's screen. Bam. People running everywhere, sometimes dealing random damage. How do you deal with people who are going to hurt you for no good reason? How do you deal with the people with the bombs? How do you deal with everything damaging you and sending you to the left side of the screen? You can, but it takes a lot of work.
Let's see, Striator had a terrible screen, by the way. Striator had another one of those wonderful ones where they ran out of sanity and life at the same time, so they had to deal with the entire animation of turning into Hyde to immediately die.
Yeah, Jacqueline just had that happen as well. Jacqueline saying, I'm beginning to think no one wants Dr. Jekyll to get married, and I tend to agree with her. Yeah, Dr. Jekyll... let me go ahead and read the story for you, okay? Dr. Jekyll has been researching the human mind and has found that it contains two opposite elements, good and evil. After years of experimentation, Dr. Jekyll succeeds in creating a potion which separates these two elements of the personality and decides to test the potion on himself. When he does, the normally kind and intelligent Dr. Jekyll is transformed into the brutal and savage Mr. Hyde. The good Dr. Jekyll soon has difficulty controlling his transformation into the evil Mr. Hyde, and he finds that the two sides of his personality are in conflict for control of his mind. This Nintendo Entertainment Systems game allows you to experience this conflict. That said nothing about getting married. What the crap? Okay. But it did. The story actually has the NES's canon within the game's story in the manual, so that's cool. Oh, here, object of the game. Dr. Jekyll is in a merry mood as he leaves his house on a fine London morning. The day he is going to marry his fiancée, the beautiful Miss Millicent. Dr. Jekyll's only goal is to get to the church on time. Unfortunately, the good doctor meets with many accidents and obstacles on his way to the church, and if the stress from these frustrations gets to be too much for him, it triggers his transformation into the evil Mr. Hyde. When Dr. Jekyll changes into Mr. Hyde, he finds himself trapped in the mysterious world of demons, aka the human world. Remember... In the original story, yes, he would go berserk, but he was still in the human world and probably murdered a few humans. I just have to imagine, like, this is my headcanon for this game, is that you're actually murdering everybody in town as you're going to church, because that's the only thing that makes sense. Ooh, Striator has met a singer, but unfortunately does not have money to pay her off. You can still get past, it's just very annoying. And honestly, you're probably going to turn into Mr. Hyde by the time you get there. Which will give you a chance to get some money, so, like, it's not the worst thing in the world. Oh, you're almost past Striator. Oh, you got it! I think Striator is officially in the lead at this point. This is a very good push.
Yeah. Very well done.
Yeah. Okay, so when Dr. Jekyll blah 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 ends up in the world of demons, here he must do battle with the demons sent to destroy him. By defeating these demons one by one, Mr. Hyde can gradually work his way back into his original Dr. Jekyll form. Luckily, Mr. Hyde has one great weapon to aid him in fighting the demons, the all-powerful Psycho Wave. One important note, remember that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde are in conflict with each other for control. You must make sure that Dr. Jekyll stays further along his path than Mr. Hyde is along his path. If Hyde gains the lead, evil will triumph over good. If this happens, the powers that be will intervene and shoot a thunderbolt down from the sky to eliminate Jekyll and Hyde, and the game will be over. So it's like it's not Deus Ex Machina, it's Diablo Ex Machina. Because essentially it just comes and murders Mr. Hyde and Dr. Jekyll. I mean, that might be Deus Ex Machina as well. Just shoot a lightning bolt out and kill the evil dude. Oh, poor Jacqueline. That is a death.
I was going to say, I'm not sure this portrayal was exactly in line with Robert Louis Stevenson's original idea, but considering the fact that it was basically a giant shock to the Victorian religious morality of the day, the original Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, this being a giant shock to the good senses of all video game players of the NES, it was probably fitting anyway.
Yeah. By the way, somebody in chat is asking if you turn into Hyde at all during the speedrun, and there's really no way to avoid it. You're going to turn into Mr. Hyde. I mean, I can actually sort of support that idea, though. Like, honestly, the original story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, had a lot about the lack of self-control, which is very important. Jacqueline, that is a full game over. Honestly, though, like, I think that she realized it was going to happen pretty quickly and just owned it. Let's go ahead and die. Yeah, the task may be Hydeless, but again, that's a tool-assisted speedrun. I'm relatively sure any speedrun done by a human, you're probably going to turn into a monster every once in a while.
'Tis the human condition.
Yeah, so there is... I know that there are continues in this game, and I believe that they are unlimited. It's just a very, very difficult game to make progress in. Like, once you start getting to, screen 3, screen 4, there are just so many obstacles that keep hitting you back to the left. Like, Jacqueline, you're noticing that she has not, made any scrolling progress in this level. Just bap. Everything's going bap, 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 get to the left. Everybody hates you. I mean, to be fair, I don't think anybody liked Dr. Jekyll originally.
He had one...
No movement yet. No movement yet. Are you going to be able to move now? Oh, there's a guy with the bomb. Honestly, though, it's probably better to keep walking past the bomb than backtrack. I understand, one of the strategies, of course, I always say is it's better to make slow progress than no progress, but you're going to die before you manage to make any sort of horizontal progress here. Almesia currently saying, I'm going to be honest, I made a lot of progress. That attempt and not entirely sure how or why. Yeah, that's true.
That's pretty much this game, yeah.
Yeah,
seems to be.
One of the more frustrating things about the game design, I would say as well, is that when you go to the start/continue screen, it defaults to start a lot of the time. Yeah, and so you have to wait and not accidentally choose start. You have to switch over to continue. which honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if it catches 1 or 2 people during this. Lupine at the Singer lost his sanity but managed to regain it and is past the Singer. I saw Striator make it to this area here. Oh, we also have the Bird Hunter, which if you'll notice, there will occasionally be birds falling from the sky. Those are the birds that this hunter is killing in the middle of town, so that's cool.
Seems to be something you do in old-timey London.
In the middle of town? Oh, yeah. Just a hoot and a holler. Oh my gosh. These spiders that Lupine 1 is dealing with are a little bit annoying. There's the bee. The bee's movements are fairly erratic. Very annoying. You can kill them, but it's basically pixel perfect to do so. Oh my gosh. Chat says the bird hunter is the hunter who keeps the town safe from all the poop. I think you're right. Honestly, all the players have made about the same amount of progress. They're all getting pretty heavily walled in this area here. Sort of the little garden path on the way to the chapel. Oh my gosh, time for the beautiful Singer. Yeah, Jacqueline's a little bit terrified here, and I do not blame her. The Singer is very hard to get past without turning into Hyde. We're probably... Yeah, but you notice it doesn't deal any life. Oh, never mind, that hit did. Some of the hits will take away health. Some of them just take away sanity. It's just very difficult to know what's going to happen. What if you could literally physically die from the Singer before you turn into Hyde? Holy crap. Okay, here we go. Jacqueline into the Mr. Hyde mode. Luckily, collecting coins is helpful, but the enemies do get more difficult as time goes on. You really do not want to go into Mr. Hyde's world while at low HP. If you're already at low HP, you're probably going to die before you manage to get out of that. The hot dog's back. The hot dog. I don't like that. Hey, look at Striator going into Mr. Hyde, losing the sanity, but having full health. And I believe that when you beat Mr. Hyde's section, you get a health refill. So honestly, you want to have enough to get through it. See, Lupine 1 made it through and got a very good boost. That was about 3/4 of his health. Very nice.
Yeah. And I believe that Striator was also a good distance away from the Singer whenever he went into Hyde again, so...
Yeah, I think Lupine 1 actually is trying to plan the transformations a little strategically so that you can despawn the Singers, which is absolutely the right call. You saw Lupine 1 right there just kept walking to the right and jumped at the right time to avoid bombs. That is the way to do it. If somebody puts a bomb down... Oh, geez. Okay. If somebody puts a bomb down, you keep walking and then you jump a little bit after a little bit before the explosion would happen. Lupine 1 unfortunately got the combo right there. That is a death. There goes the sanity. Time to turn into Hyde and promptly die. Chat is saying that the knockback looks infuriating. It is the worst. It is so freaking bad. Like, it's hard to say that there's a game with worse knockback than Jekyll and Hyde. Like, there are no pits to fall into, but it still is somehow the worst. Oh, Jacqueline had an enemy jump on her head. It looks like if you get pinned either between two enemies or against a wall when you get hit by stuff, your sanity or your life will go down a lot faster. Like, a lot. I'm just really hoping that one of the players can get past this screen, because this is the major wall for them. Remember, only one person is going to be moving out of this match and staying in the tournament.
A lot on the line.
I really...
One poor person will keep having to play bad games. Everybody else start tanking.
Everybody else, you can go back to Pokemon. You know, go and play some Pokemon and enjoy all of the silly glitches there. Honestly, like, I'm probably gonna wait on Pokemon. I don't have a lot of money, so I can't play it yet.
I do not have a Switch, so...
I do, but I'm poor. Yo soy pobre. Yo soy pobre, Cosmic.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Like, not ultra pobre, just reasonable balance. I'm going to Chicago next month. Yo soy... Like, I can't buy Pokemon right now. How about that? That's the soy I am. I'm a yo soy boy here. Wait, no. What am I talking about?
It's on tape now. Essential. We all know. We know what you are.
People are asking what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm doing commentary, which means I don't know what I'm saying, chat.
I was going to say, you know, I do find it interesting that it is the fellows with purple suits that drop bombs. And going back to my past experience, whenever I was a teenage kid that did own a purple suit, that would have been quite within my MO at the time. So
I feel like
I would say,
oh my gosh, Almeida, the bomb and the lady combo just... I think the sanity meter was all the way full, but it took him all the way down. That was a very cruel lady. Chat, I'm offended by all of you right now. I know what I'm saying. Guess what? I act. I'm an actor, and I do drama, and I'm gonna start drama if you keep up this crap. Oh, Lupine 1 unfortunately did not get far enough right to avoid the bomb. Thus, unfortunately, if you are just the right amount to the right, the bomb will almost always hit you and do constant sanity damage the entire time. That took Lupine 1 from full sanity down to 0 sanity in one bomb. Can you imagine? It's a lot.
Considering the mental state of most people that come back from war, I can imagine one bomb doing that much.
This isn't war, this is London! I mean, okay, yeah, sure. London 18... When did Mr. Hyde... Dr. Jack... When did this even happen? Jade Strike X, you're saying do not taunt the dynamite. Actually, that's a fair point. My grandfather... He didn't play with dynamite, but they did have some blasting caps. He worked at a mine, and he went and picked up a blasting cap, and wouldn't you know it, blasting caps that have been sitting outside for a long time are a little less stable. Yeah, he lost some fingers, which, honestly, back at that time... Jacqueline, did you... Oh my gosh, okay. Jacqueline dying, that's sad. Yeah.
My father started working at a coal mine whenever he was 14 years old. I have heard so many stories about explosives and their fun points and the dangers of them growing up.
Oh yeah, like it's mind you, I think that mining in some regards is extremely important. It's a phosphate mine out where they lived, used for growing agricultural products. You know, it's important. It's an important mineral to get, and like the more that I've learned about the mine that he works at, the more like my father works there. His father worked there. I never ended up working there, which I'm fine with. But it's like they actually do a lot to try to protect people and also to help, you know, restore damage that they do. They have a whole forest regrowth program with the mine. Yeah, it's like
all I will say is that my favorite story that my dad told us was one day he came home to dinner and he came home without half of his hair and without his eyebrows, and my grandfather looked at him walking to the door and just said, "I don't want to hear a word of what happened."
See, yeah, but if I did that and somebody did want an explanation, all I'd be able to say is I was bored. And, well...
Well, you say that, and that's actually exactly what happened in that case, so, you know.
Yeah, no, I would say that, like, honestly... Well, I do think that there's a lot that can be, we can reduce usage, we can reuse a lot of stuff that gets thrown away, and we can recycle a lot of stuff as well. There are still some very important things that are in the earth that are helpful. But, if larger corporations could stop wasting all this crap, we wouldn't have to have as many mines. It wouldn't be as essential to life as we know it at this point, but it's pretty essential right now. Yeah, not only that, but like, I think the biggest thing, it's with my father, it's not necessarily the job that he always wanted per se. He's super excited about never having to work there again once he can retire. But at the same time, it's been he specifically is in charge of machine maintenance and making sure that when machines could possibly be dangerous, they fix everything and get it back working in tip-top shape. So kind of the cool thing is riding around in the giant excavators and the giant dump trucks. Have you ever been in a mine dump truck, Cosmic? They are huge. Like you're 20, 30 feet off the ground riding around in this machine.
I have not, but my father ended up getting out of mining and into construction work whenever I was a younger child, and specifically started his own crane business. So whenever I was a kid, I just lived on a old farmhouse in the country where my dad had a 2-cabin large crane just sitting out in front of the house. That was my childhood playground, was just climbing up the beams of the crane whenever Dad wasn't at work.
Oh yeah. For people who are curious, the specific mine that they work for, that my father works for and that my grandfather worked for, they're a phosphate mine, specifically used for a lot of agricultural stuff. So, like, you wanna have potatoes? Or are you gonna give up your potatoes? / nutrition. Yeah, we need nutrition. It's important to be able to have that. But yeah, that is a fairly important thing to get when it comes to any sort of agriculture.
In a fun note for chat, potatoes and butter has all the vitamins and minerals you technically need to survive.
There's no way. That's a lie. That's absolutely a lie. I do not believe you, Cosmic. Okay, like... Okay, survive is a whole lot different than healthy, says Alapex. Yeah, technically, like, the bare essentials, carbs, protein, fat. Those are the three, like, things that you absolutely need to have. However, you're probably going to get scurvy if that's all you eat, potatoes and butter. Do you want to be a scurvy pirate, everybody? Yarr! Oh, chat does want to be a pirate. Okay, they're gonna be Yay, welcome to the Scurvy Pirate Club, everybody. I'm Rosencha, and we are currently eating potatoes, butter, and that's it. But yeah, somebody was mentioning saturated fats. Saturated fats aren't really that bad if you're not having too many of them. If you're like, as long as, like, non-saturated fats, the best fats. Saturated fats, don't have too many of them. Trans fat, I've seen you. We have somebody in the tournament called Trans Fat, and they are associated with Kusog7ande, and it's like eating poop. Don't eat those. Yeah, just saying. Someone says potatoes have vitamin C. Okay. What? Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, it's basically what you need the butter for, if I remember correctly, is vitamin D specifically. Now, like, if it's enough vitamins to actually be healthy, no.
Yeah, honestly. What about iron? Do they have iron? I've got anemia, okay? Which one has the iron? Does the potato have the iron, or does the butter?
I don't know. Let's see. Iron content.
What about my liver? Does it have my liver medications in the potato? I don't think so.
Potatoes do have iron!
What? How many potatoes do I have to eat a day in order to have enough iron to compensate for my anemia, huh? Can anybody recommend how many potatoes I should be eating each day to not die?
Let's see, daily iron requirement is roughly 8.7 milligrams a day. A serving of potatoes.
Am I really asking Twitch chat? Yeah, we're having a discussion, Twitch chat. Tell me how many potatoes I should eat in order to not die from being anemic.
Basically, 3 large russet potatoes would give you enough iron a day.
Okay, however, I have iron supplement pills, and I am still sometimes registering as low on iron. Let me see how many milligrams of freaking iron that has, huh? Let's see. So, come on, website, load up, so that I can go and take a look. This is a very important scientific discussion that we are having here, and nobody should take this as any sort of advice. Do not live on potatoes and butter alone. Instead, live on Monster Energy.
No, wait.
I'm not sponsored
that's not the Cool Kids Club anymore, bro. All of the cool streamers are sponsored by G Fuel.
Your mom's sponsored by G Fuel. Okay.
No, she's sponsored by Box Wine.
She's sponsored by Box Wine. Oh my gosh. That's even better. Oh, I love that. Okay. Oh. Okay, let me. Okay, so here's the pill that I'm taking every day. It is 150 milligram supplement. So essentially, I have to have 150 milligrams of iron extra in order to be, like, still, like, occasionally not registering as having low iron in my blood. How many potatoes do I need in order to hit my iron supplement so I don't have anemia? Anyone want to do potato math? It's not like toilet paper math, just do potato math, okay?
Let's see. So what I'm seeing is that a large russet potato usually contains roughly 3.2 milligrams of iron.
Okay, so that's about a little under 50 potatoes a day, is what you're saying. I'm going to die, Cosmic. I'm going to die. Yeah, I am not going to go on the potato butter diet. Freaking crap.
Well, in other news, we've got 6 minutes to go.
And that's assuming that I can absorb all of the iron. Heck, my stomach probably doesn't even get all that. Jeez. Okay, so I might have to up my diet to 75 potatoes a day to get my iron needs. Of course, that's also assuming that these are the large potatoes, you know? If it's an average potato, maybe I need to, like, probably not double, times 1.5.
No, I'm curious. So now I'm curious because like the area where I live in Ecuador has roughly like 50 different types of potatoes that are farmed up here. Now I'm curious as to if any of the particular...
Jacqueline is at the end of the screen, by the way. I need to point this out before telling people that we are talking about the potato and the potato and butter diet. So adding spinach is not an option. Adding orange juice is not an option. Jacqueline, though, making some good progress, in Striator as well. I believe both of them are on the same area, and that we should be watching those two specifically. Am I wrong or am I right, chat? Can you help me?
I think Striator's specifically a tad bit ahead.
Yeah, I remember this place being a nightmare. Like, you've got the bombers in the cemetery. That bomb didn't actually hit Striator, though. Interesting. Huh. Okay, Jacqueline gonna get into the walk over... Like, this is like an aqueduct of sort? Why do they have a raised walkway in the cemetery? I don't get it.
Why not?
I do like the Chaos Cats, though. They're my favorite enemies in this game.
See, if you have a raised walkway, you have more space to put the bodies underneath.
No. What the crap? You can't bury them at that point. Unless they were already there.
I mean...
But then don't you, like, if you have a pathway over them, you're not going to be able to check out the headstones.
I mean, after so many years, who actually picks the headstones?
I'm just saying, there are problems here. There are problems with that idea. Yeah, at this point, it's probably going to come down to Jacqueline and Striator for who has made the most progress through this section, so we need to watch and pay attention. I think Striator is the most likely to take the victory here. Jacqueline, though, could potentially pass Striator depending on how fast she can get through this Mr. Hyde section. Now, honestly, I think that there are some benefits and risks with this game. If I'm not mistaken, as long as you don't continue, Mr. Hyde will start on whatever screen he was on previously. Yep, Jacqueline moving on to the next area is Mr. Hyde. However, if you do continue, I believe that Hyde starts on the screen that you were on, thus making him able to catch up a lot faster. And again, I could be mistaken, but I'm not sure. Jeez. I love it. Almecia and Jacqueline in the exact same spot as Mr. Hyde. It's nice that Mr. Hyde section does not have RNG. It's just that Dr. Jekyll is the RNG fest. Ooh, Almecia, the lightning strikes. Go to sleep, Mr. Hyde. We don't like you. Okay, Jacqueline just trying to deal with the cat. The cat did not start freaking out, so that's nice. We've got 2 minutes left. Strider back to Dr. Jekyll.
And off the walkway.
Yeah, it looks like Lupine 1's Mr. Hyde is on a walkway, but I don't think it's the same walkway that Jacqueline and Strider made it to. Yeah, Strider is past the walkway in the cemetery here. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be, like, what do you want to bet that I actually get the judgment for who made the most progress wrong? No, Lupine 1! Unfortunately, when you run out of health, your sanity meter goes all the way down. Guess what? When you're dead, you have no sanity left. It's true. You don't even... Your brain don't work. Bandai is licensed by Nintendo of America. Thank you, Bandai. Love you too. Hey, Jacqueline, now off of the walkway. We've got 1 minute left. Striator at the music lady. If Jacqueline can get to the music lady and get a little bit more to the right, she could take the victory, but you have to push. It's the final minute. I don't know if there's technically enough time because... Nope, never mind. Strider is through the arch and onto the fancy walk here. Yeah!
Oh, barrels!
Oh, everybody loves the barrel section of the book, you know. That was my favorite part. Just barrels everywhere. I usually expect one player to make it to the barrels here. That's a huge way into the game. And honestly, there's no way anybody is going to pass it up. That is it, everybody. That is time. Take a breath in. And as the music plays, you can breathe out. Because we are done with Jekyll and Hyde for NES. Striator has taken the victory. Oh my gosh. Jacqueline appears to have taken second, and between Almation and Lupine 1, I'm not sure who took third and fourth. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and invite Striator to come and chat. Yeah, Cosmic, how do you think about how the people have done in this game? Have you played this game ever?
I've watched more of it than I would care to admit, but I haven't actually played it. But I felt that, people were getting along pretty well.
Yeah, like, honestly, this game is super brutal, very, very difficult. But Striator, you managed to make it to the barrel section, and I love seeing that section. Congratulations, you took the victory today. Oh, okay, 1 second, you can't hear anything. Okay, I'll go ahead and blah-de-blah-de-blah until you're able to hear me. I'll be patient, just interrupt me when you can hear me. And I will say, yay, welcome. Yeah, Jacqueline is saying, I'm free, but this was fun. So, the thing is, like, there's something about having to sit down and play a game for an hour that you've never played before, and that, like, most people will not play, that is somewhat intriguing. Striator, are you able to hear me now? Striator. I suppose not. Dang it. Oh, you can hear, but the mic is dead. Oh, no! Welcome to life, everybody. That's sort of the Kusog experience. But if you can hear me, congratulations. The barrel section, whenever I see somebody make it there, it's usually a mark of victory. And so, like, as soon as I saw those barrels, I'm like, yeah, Striator did it.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. I've gotcha. Welcome and congrats.
Thanks. Once I got there, I was like, what in the Donkey Kong is this?
I know, right? How dare they put barrels in the streets of London? It doesn't even make any sense.
I'm not sure any of the rest of it made any sense either. Who is this bomb maniac, and where are all these bombs coming from?
Like, they had a good deal over at Sam's Club, we're talking about like not Sam Walton, maybe Sam Adams or something like that. But yeah, great bomb sale, just all the bombs for like 5 for the price of 1. I'd probably buy them. Like, come on, you know how advertising works. You can get people to buy anything if you advertise it, right? But yeah, so I believe that you knew about this game before, but had never actually played it.
Nope, I knew nothing about this.
You knew nothing about this. This is a legendary bad game. Like, it's one of those on a lot of lists as the worst game of all time. I disagree with it being the worst game on the NES. I honestly think that there are some redeemable qualities to the game, but still, this is legendary.
I did get sort of used to it at the end, and then those barrels. But, yeah. I think memories are when that one bee chased me down into the corner of the screen, which happened halfway through, and I had like made it most of the way through the previous level, and then one bee decided that I had to die.
Yeah. That's always fun. Yeah, I have to, like, you said that you started getting used to it. Like, was there anything redeemable about this game?
I don't know. I do like that it has this effect where, like, you switch to Hyde and then you enter this bullet shooter type game. And the Psycho Wave, which I'm not really familiar with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but I don't think that was in the original story either.
I don't think it was. No, I think you just like rip people apart, you know, like a normal human.
Yeah, so like apparently jumping, how you jump and move affects the Psycho Wave, and I learned partway through that helped. That just spamming it was the way to go, but jumping to hit the higher targets. I didn't really fear going to the Hyde levels after that because, hey, I'd get my life back and despawn the enemies on the screen. Hopefully the singer, you know.
Yeah, the singer is a little bit of an annoyance because she blocks a lot of your attempts. If you do have enough money, you can pay her off, but you only get money when you're Mr. Hyde. So if you've been playing well up to that point, you're probably gonna go and be Mr. Hyde for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But with that said, yeah, the Psycho Wave, jumping and moving forward and backwards using it is very important. Oh no, Lupine 1 is saying you can pay off the singer? Oh no, Lupine 1. Yeah, it's essentially a full bag of coins that you have to pay her in order to get past. Yeah, you fill up I think it's 10 coins to fill up the bag and then 1 bag to pay off the singer, and then she'll stop singing.
If you can get to the singer.
Yeah! Yeah!
And she's kept singing at me. I'm like, just let me pay you.
It's so aggressive, and one thing that kind of bothers me about the singer as well, I don't know how the damage works with her. Like, occasionally she deals psychic damage, occasionally she does actual physical damage. Like,
I noticed that too.
Why?
So that's why sometimes it was like, okay, if this bee is causing me psychic damage, I'm just gonna wipe to that instead of the singer.
Honestly, yeah, I'd say, like, I noticed towards the end that you were planning to go to lose your sanity right when you got to the singer so that you could despawn her when you came back from being Mr. Hyde. And I was, it was a small thing, but I think that was a very good strategy that you developed in this game. That was very good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the strategy in other NES games. I was hoping to despawn the Bomberman, but
there's
too
so
fast.
many of them. No, there's no time. There's no time at all. One thing that I think the most painful thing about the Bomberman is that, like, if you do get hit by the bomb, it will always send you to the left. Always.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if you're to the right of it. It sends you to the left. And if you are to the right of it, there's a very good chance that's going to deal enough physical damage to kill you, and it will probably deal enough psychic damage that you're going to be Mr. Hyde. It's just, learning how to deal with the bombs is a huge part of it. And yeah, you definitely got used to it. Jacqueline's sort of strat was like, let's go ahead and walk, and if a person puts a bomb down, I'm going back to the left. And that was good enough to land second place. I'm wondering, what was your strat, Strider, to deal with the Bombermans?
It was still pretty much the same thing, except once very early on, I'm not sure if it's just like how the pixels work or what have you, but once I was able to just keep running forward, I'm like, oh, if I can do that again, I can get an edge. Doesn't work.
The bomb hitboxes get bigger as the game goes on, so
I did notice that too.
Yeah, it does work early on that you can just keep walking. But yeah, in later stages where you were, the hitboxes do seem to get bigger. I'm sorry, Lupine One, this is not a good game. I know that you were racing it, but there's a reason this was on Kusog7ande. It's BS. Oh, yeah, but I actually really like the idea of Mr. Hyde. It's got, like, the game punishes you for playing as Mr. Hyde, which I guess is sort of a little bit true when it comes to the actual story. It's just, I don't know. This game has problems.
It does. I think a lot of it's actually just the RNG, because sometimes I wouldn't see the bomber guy for like half the stage, and then other times I get it at the beginning and I'm just stuck. He just keeps respawning because I have to move left to get out of the bomb's way, and then he spawns again.
Yeah.
What is this?
He's a jerk! Seriously, I don't... Actually, did the manual say what this bomber guy's name was? I think they had the names for all of the enemies, but...
I think it was just Bomber Guy.
Just Bomber Guy. Let me see.
Or Bomber Person or something.
The Bomb Maniac. A mysterious man who pops up everywhere to create explosions. Very dangerous. I mean, I guess that's true. Yeah. Oh my gosh, there was Billy Pones. That's like
There's
the
a whole
best
cast
name.
Of characters.
Yeah. Elena McCowan, Rosette, Ranright, Arnold, Ebbets, Murphy the dog, Luna the cat. That's my favorite enemy in the game. The freaking cat that just looks like it's a glitch when she shows up. It's so good.
Yeah. But the cat is terrifying because it means something else, like the bomb maniac is coming next. So whenever I saw the cat, just started getting anxious.
Yeah.
Here he comes again. The bomb maniac dressed in pink.
Honestly, though, pink's a good color. If I were to go and invest in a bunch of bombs, I might go in a pink suit. I'm not going to do that, though. Those are expensive. The suits. Probably the bombs, too. But mostly the suit. I'm not going to go and buy a fancy pink suit. And then just ruin it by making bombs? That's dumb.
You could always hit up charity shops for a white suit, dye it pink, and then blow it up. Cheaper. Same outcome.
I love that the manual says that there's this lady, Rachel, a beautiful, lonely widow, not dangerous to anyone except Dr. Jekyll, who looks something like her late husband. Ah! I'm scared. Okay, anyways, this game is bad, and you did a very good job. Everybody did a good job. Like, just being able to play through the game and not quit is pretty impressive, and I think that there's actually something interesting in the game, in my opinion. It's bad, but in a compelling way.
Yeah, I think like there are some good ideas there, just bad execution.
Oh, horrible execution. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this match. Strider, you're the one person in your group to move on in the tournament. Congratulations. I wonder, are you streaming anything else these days? Do you have any exciting video games that you're playing?
I haven't been streaming lately.
That's okay.
Just other exciting games, a lot of indie games. Dome Keeper came out recently. It's a little mining and tower defense game. It's really fun, really addicting.
I've seen people play that, and I'll have to pick that up sometime. That does look really cool.
Mhm. Yeah, just, the natural urge to dig
Dig.
in every person.
Digging's good. I like dirt. Big fan of dirt. There you go, everybody. You found out today I'm a big fan of dirt. Congratulations to you, Strider, and congratulations
Thanks
to
so
all
much.
the competitors who do not have to play bad games anymore. You are free from the shackles of the Kusog7ande. Well,
Oh, wait, I'm not free.
no, you're not free. You get to play at least one more. Seriously, thank you so much. And Cosmic, thank you for doing commentary. I'll see both of you later. Take care, friends.
Thanks, you too.
See ya!
Later.
Well, everybody, want a little more Dwarf Fortress? I could do Dwarf Fortress. You want dwarves? Yeah, I think it's time for me to go hop over to some dwarves.